It's just after 1:30 in the afternoon on the 19th of September, 1997. West London is moving as it always does. Busy roads, crowded stations, routine journeys. On the Great Western Main Line, a high-speed intercity 125 passenger train is heading west from London Paddington towards Swansea. On board are more than 130 passengers and crew. For most of them, this is just another weekday trip. A few miles ahead, near Southall, a freight locomotive is crossing the line at a junction, moving slowly across the tracks. What happens next unfolds in seconds. But the warning signs had been building for years. As the passenger train approaches Southall, it is travelling at close to 125 miles per hour. The signalling system ahead is designed to protect against exactly this kind of situation. A sequence of signals should slow the train down and bring it to a stop if the line is not clear. But the driver fails to respond to multiple warning signals. The final signal before the junction is at danger, red, meaning stop immediately. The train does not stop. At 1:32 p.m., the passenger train collides with the freight locomotive at high speed. The impact is catastrophic. The lead power car rides up over the locomotive, tearing through it. The first passenger coach is crushed almost completely. Several carriages derail, twisting across the tracks. Fuel ignites, and a fire breaks out among the wreckage. What was a normal afternoon commute instantly becomes one of Britain's worst rail disasters of the decade. Inside the carriages, passengers are thrown violently from their seats. Luggage becomes airborne. Metal and glass fill the air. Some people are trapped inside collapsed coaches as smoke spreads. Emergency services rush to the scene within minutes. Firefighters battle flames and work to free survivors. Paramedics treat the injured on the tracks and nearby embankments. Helicopters land in surrounding fields to evacuate the most seriously hurt. By the end of the day, 7 people have lost their lives. More than 150 others are injured. In the aftermath, investigators focus on one central question. How did a high-speed passenger train pass a red signal? The inquiry reveals a deeply uncomfortable answer. The train was fitted with an automatic warning system, a basic safety device that alerts drivers when they approach danger signals. But a more advanced protection system, which could have automatically stopped the train, was not operational. Even more troubling, the driver had previously isolated the warning system in the cab, a practice that had become worryingly common at the time. Fatigue, distraction, and over-reliance on human judgment all played a role. The official investigation concludes that the crash was not caused by a single failure, but by a chain of weaknesses: technical, procedural, and organisational. Safety systems existed, but they were incomplete. Rules were in place, but enforcement was inconsistent. The rail network relied too heavily on drivers seeing and reacting correctly every time at very high speeds. Southall exposed the limits of that approach. The consequences were far-reaching. The crash accelerated the introduction of the train protection and warning system across the UK rail network, technology designed to automatically stop trains that pass red signals. It also triggered changes in driver training, safety culture, and oversight. But for the families of those who died, the changes came too late. Today, the tracks at Southall are busy once again. Trains pass through at speed, guided by systems shaped by hard lessons learned in 1997. The Southall crash remains a reminder that in complex transport systems, safety is never just about one person or one moment. It's about layers. And what happens when too many of them fail at once? This has been How Behind. Real incidents, real lessons, no exaggeration. Just the thin line between routine and disaster. Travel safe.